Hello and welcome to the Unconventional Mumpire, where we explore the art of balancing motherhood, business, and life with intentional slow living. Grab a coffee, take a seat, have a moment to breathe, and let's discuss all things motherhood, business, and life. Welcome. I'm your host, Rannee. I'm an advocate for leading a slower paced life. I'm a wife, a homeschool mum, and a toddler tamer. I'm an introvert that loves deep and meaningful conversations and connections. I'm passionate about providing expert customer service for women in business, and I run my own virtual assistant business around our family from our rural home. I'm passionate about kindness, supporting and uplifting women, and choosing to live life on your terms. I like to think outside the square, and I guess you could say somewhat unconventional. I want to be really clear about where I'm coming from here. I come from a place of love, a place of kindness. This is a judgment-free zone. We are all here doing what we think is best for our families. I am sharing from personal experience as a mother of 23 years and my life experience about motherhood, business, and life. This is a podcast for women out there wanting something more fulfilling, something less mainstream, with some thought-provoking topics. I want you to ask yourself, do you have someone inspirational in your life, or do you need to be the leader you needed? Hello, and welcome. Well, 2025, here we are, a fresh new year. I am super excited about what the year has to bring. The last 2 years for us have been pretty full on and for lots of different reasons. We've made a really conscious decision for 2025 to slow down a little bit more. And this year, we plan to enjoy the outdoors and focus more on exploring our surroundings and nature. I am so excited to be back. I kind of disappeared at the end of last year, but I do hope everybody finished off 2024 in the most amazing way. I took a bit of time out over the Christmas New Year period, and I really reflected on what 2024 looked like for me. I really dug deep. What worked, what didn't work, and I decided to take a few days to dig deep and reflect on 2024. Also, what I wanted to focus on for 2025 and how 2025 would look for me. It was pretty full on. I journaled and I didn't rush through it. I really took my time and reflected on all the things that felt aligned, what didn't feel aligned, what worked, what didn't work, and just those things that just didn't feel right, you know? So digging deep wasn't just business related. It was a holistic point of view from every aspect of our lives. Digging deep helped me realize that we needed to slow down a little bit more. Life can get so busy for us when we're juggling everything, and we just don't have to be like that. We can enjoy slowing down. It just takes a really big conscious effort. I don't really make New Year resolutions anymore. I've kind of grown up a little bit now, but I do find words to apply to my year. And 2025, my words are focus and flourish. So for me, focusing is having a laser focus on my big goals and breaking those big goals down into smaller goals so I can accomplish them each month. The flourish is for me setting out to achieve those goals and being a better person. I look at the word flourish from a holistic point of view and I apply it to my whole life. Late 2024, I had a health diagnosis that kind of has flipped my day upside down. I was diagnosed with something that around 11% of women in the world have. So it's not very common. But what it means is that I have to practice a lot of self-care every single day and I need to be consistent. So I have started habit building. After I received my diagnosis, it was validating, yet a little overwhelming. I felt like there were so many things that I needed to change in order to heal myself and begin that healing process. So instead of feeling overwhelmed and trying to take everything on at once, I decided to focus on one habit a month and just get into that habit before building a new habit. I'm really conscious about where I spend my time. And for me in 2025, I'm going to be a little bit more self-conscious about using social media and doom scrolling. I really need to be proactive and put myself first for a change. It's really changing my perspective and making sure in 2025 I put my self-care needs first, making sure that my day includes self-care. And it's creating a new rhythm for myself. It means getting myself up earlier so I can incorporate that self-care. And, the thing is, we all know that we do need to take care of ourselves, but we generally don't until something like this happens. Another part of my reflection on 2024 was allowing myself the space to plan and focus on my goals and big vision for my business. Something I found useful for myself is, yes, every week I write goals and I check them off and I plan and I do all that kind of stuff. But it just didn't feel like it was enough. Something I didn't do in 2024 was give myself the space to plan and continue to work towards the big vision that I have. I'm quite a visual person, so for me, I need a visual reminder of my big goals broken down into quarterly and monthly goals. I can't just write them in a book or in a brain dump and leave them there. I need a constant reminder. So I decided to use my whiteboard, which is up in my office, and split that into months, which I can write my goals for that month. And then I check them off as I go. At the bottom of that little box, trust me, it's nothing fancy. In the bottom of that month box is where I can note my other accomplishments and the ones that I've checked off. And it gives me a visual reminder through the year of all the things I've actually done. We do tend to forget those small things. So for me, seeing it up there on my whiteboard, we get so caught up in the doing and the days, the weeks, and the months fly. We just forget the little things. So sometimes we do need that reminder of, hey, you actually really smashed January. And January for me was smashing. I felt like I laid some amazing groundwork that's really setting me up for the year ahead. I began upskilling. I've added a new service. I completed my lead magnet. I've refined my website. I refreshed my socials. So I'm pretty stoked with how January has panned out for me. Something I did notice during my downtime over the break was a lot more moms are trying to find work from home options. It's nice to see that mums are trying to find that balance. So I do hope they find my podcast and have a listen and take what suits them. At the end of the day, for people that know me and people that have listened to previous episodes, I'm a very big believer in doing what is right for you and your family. If you enjoyed today's episode, be sure to subscribe, rate the show, and leave a review. Connect with me on socials and join the conversation using hashtag Unconventional Mumpire. Join our mailing list. All the links will be in the show notes below. I would love to hear your thoughts on any topics you'd like me to cover for future episodes. Thank you for listening, and I appreciate you being here. Keep living with purpose and passion. I'll catch you in the next episode. Until next time, be the leader you needed.